All right, Sarah, you ready? You tell me whenever you're ready, we'll go. Take your time. I got rid of those first 3 pages, so I don't screw it up. Whenever you're ready.
Let's go. We're just going to start with the salute.
Okay, everybody, we all set to go? Baseball boys, you ready to go? I coach those guys, so I'm being extra nice right now. I'm a third base coach, so I'll yell louder. All right. Okay, so good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of July 16, 2024. For those of you joining now, we just have to come out of an executive session, and we are reopening the public meeting. All please rise and join me in a salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So first, may I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 11, 2024?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Yep. Okay, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Mayor Britting.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 11th, 2024? You just asked me
That
to do
was
that. You
it.
have it in
That's
twice.
on it,
Good, we're
right?
done. All right, good. I read that
Moving
twice.
on.
All right, so reports from committee liaisons, receipt of reports. So first, we're going to go with Committeewoman Hand.
Thank you, Mayor. All right. First of all, last Friday, I had the distinct pleasure of attending the senior exercise class at the YMCA. I'm serious. They were going at it. It was like we were there for an hour. We did cardio, we did weights, we did balance exercises. It was really impressive. And it was, it's funny, I saw the instructor here later in the day, and it was her 5th class of the day. All of these classes were full, and it was awesome. Like, I think it's a wonderful offering from the town, and I think the participation from our seniors was really exciting. And I think, again, if you know anything about balance, if you're taking care of people older in life, it is super important. So well done, Health Department. Okay. Health Department, there will be a dermatologist here to host a free skin cancer clinic. That is coming up on Thursday, August 15th from 10 to 5 here at the Municipal Center. You do need to make an appointment, so please don't drop in. You can call ahead and make an appointment, and the number should be up there. It is up there, all right. So please call and do that. Family Fun Day, mark your calendar. Family Fun Day, well, I'm sorry, we already attended this one. It was fabulous. So Saturday, June 29th, we had the Family Fun Day. And again, the weather, we did the best we could with getting the fireworks off and getting everyone home safely. So thanks for all of the cooperation. And we were very excited to be there. Again, several of the departments were there in force and having fun giveaways. So great event. So thank you to all involved. We are also poised, I know this is not news to anybody, for the second warmest summer on record. I think today might have gotten up to 101. So please know the signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Stay cool, stay dry, stay hydrated, and stay informed. All right, from the Rec Department, Parks and Rec is introducing a Camp Care-a-Palooza, that's not easy to say, and Wild and Wacky Wednesdays and Feel Good Fridays. So each Wednesday there's going to be a different fun theme, while Fridays are going to focus on random acts of kindness. So they are hoping to create a positive ripple effect through the community, which is exciting. And on the 28th of June, the Rec Department did have 2 therapy dogs come to camp. They got a lot of love, a lot of pets, and it was great for the campers also got to read to the dogs. So very, very fun for everyone involved. All right, get the calendar back out. August 2nd, we have a lot going on. This should all be at Anvan. We have the Fishing Derby, the Picnic in the Park, and the summer movie Under the Stars. So no matter what your area of interest, age, athletic ability, there's something for you here. So please come out. The registration you'll see in the e-news tomorrow. And last but not least, for social services, So we would like to thank Lynn Berry from Berry's Blossoms, located here in Hillsborough. They donated flower assortments to the social services, which allowed the clients to pick out colorful bouquets to bring the bouquets home. So really, really nice effort there. And social services is excited to announce that 2024 marks over 10 years of collaboration with the food pantry and the high school community work program. So each week, students help the social services prepare for the clients, and they're doing all different types of tasks. They want to congratulate the 2024 graduates, and they look forward to the continued partnership. All right. And social services, again, wants to thank the community for your generous donations. Again, you'll see the list of items that we need in the e-news tomorrow. You can drop them off anytime. And last but not least, they have begun the annual backpack with school snack and school supply drive. I know it's midsummer, and especially the kids, you don't want to think about school, but if you're purchasing stuff for your family, grab a couple extra items, and please consider dropping it off at social services. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeewoman. Committeeman Lapani.
Thank you, Mayor. I got another long list, so I'm going to sit first. When you have one meeting a month, there's lots of stuff to read. So, all right, so buckle up. So I had the pleasure of last Wednesday attending the Hillsborough Township Police Department annual summertime connection event at the Ice House. Ice House has been a gracious partner with the PD. I think they gave out a record number of coupons for free ice cream this year. All the kids got to sit there and jump on the motorcycles and got in the cars, and of course, every once in a while the siren would go off and scare everybody, but it was a great event and a great turnout. So I would encourage any of these events that the police do, either Coffee with a Cop or these things, bring your kids, come out and get to meet our officers. They're great people. They're family people, mothers and fathers, just like we are, and love to talk to you about what's important to you in the township. So thank you for everybody that attended. Unfortunately, there's some things that we need to make you aware of to protect yourself. The Somerset County Prosecutor's Office is warning residents to be aware of the following scams. If you receive a distraint warrant notice in the mail stating that you owe a balance due to unpaid taxes to the state of New Jersey, do not call the number listed on the notice. Again, if you get a distraint warrant notice from the state of New Jersey for unpaid taxes, do not call the number on the notice. Instead, call your county tax department to verify if you have any financial obligation. Somerset County does not have a tax processing unit, a tax assessment security unit, nor a tax group seizure unit, as stated on many of these fraudulent notices. There has also been a recent increase in Somerset County identity theft, in which scammers pose as jury duty managers, asking jurors for personal information and informing the victims that they have missed their jury duty obligation and are being fined or threatened with arrest. If you receive a call from a person identifying themselves as a jury duty manager, please note the following: that New Jersey judiciary does not contact by phone or email or by sending representatives to their respective homes. The New Jersey judiciary does not make follow-up calls or send emails to jurors. The judiciary will never ask for your personal information or payments for fines for not attending jury duty over the phone or via email. So in essence, if you feel that it doesn't seem right, it probably isn't. And don't give it to them. Get their information, tell them you're calling back. And then contact our PD or the county or somebody to verify their information. Hillsborough hosted a very successful mobile MVC unit event last week. Appointments once again were sold out. So backed by popular demand, we will be hosting another event on August 7th. I still might have a chance to get my license plates back. I keep missing. That's Municipal Building. Quiet over there. Appointments are now available online through this easy-to-use New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission mobile unit appointment scheduling tool. The Economic and Business Development Office, great place to be. We are looking for an administrative assistant in the Economic and Business Development Department. The role supports the day-to-day administrative duties of the department, does community outreach, and coordinates events. The administrative assistant interacts with the Hillsborough business community, township departments and committees, and Somerset County business partners. So if you're looking for an opportunity, you like talking to people and dealing with businesses and doing outreach, like our great Samantha did right before she moved on, please make an application. The HBA Summer Networking Social was held on June 27th at the Landing. The sold-out event was a great night of networking and forming valuable connections. Thank you to Deputy Mayor John Ciccarelli and myself, the Economic and Business Development Commission, Hillsborough Township staff, and all the businesses who took time to come out. Your presence made the event a success. And it was actually a nice evening. We were outside at the patio at the Landing, and I didn't get the memo. Everyone showed up in casual clothes, and the Deputy Mayor and I show up in jackets. But, next time we can. The next business social will be our annual awards dinner held on October 17th at Roycebrook Golf Club. We are still accepting nominations for local businesses to win. This is your chance to shine and spotlight you on your favorite local businesses of 2024. Stay up to date on HBA events and sign up for their e-news. Registration is now open for our 7th annual Restaurant Week. It will be held from September 24th through September 29th, and you'll get to say that a lot, Mayor, in coming months when you do your videos. Participation is free, and it is a great opportunity to promote the food establishments. Restaurants can create a special for the week, unveil a new dish, highlight an existing menu item, or any way of promoting their offerings to foodies from Hillsborough and beyond. For more information and to register, visit the Hillsborough Township website. And the last thing I got going on here, a little bit personal for myself and now the Deputy Mayor, the Rotary Fair. Save the dates. The annual Rotary Fair and Business Expo will once again transform Hillsborough Promenade into a classic carnival with colorful midway amusement rides, games of chance, fireworks, food vendors, and exposition of local businesses. The Rotary Fair will be open 5 days beginning Tuesday, August 13th. Fair hours are from 6 to 10 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, and 6 to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. Fireworks are usually Friday night. They are sponsored, again, by Petrox Bar and Grill and Petrox Liquor, with a rain date of that Saturday afterwards. So, again, it is August 13th to the 16th. And come and support the Rotary. It's a great event, and all the money that we raise, 80% of it comes right back to the community, to families and charities in need. So that's all I got. Mayor?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Committeewoman Payne.
Thank you, Mayor. More police news. Hillsborough Township welcomed 3 new police officers. There were vacancies within the police department. After a thorough search and interview process, the top candidates were hired to fill those vacancies. Joined by their families, the 3 new police officers were sworn in on June 11th. Officer Ryan Dean, Officer Anthony DeMeo, and Officer David Falvey. We are pleased to announce the well-deserved promotions also of 4 Hillsborough veteran officers. Lieutenant Scott McCarthy was promoted to captain. Sergeant Chris Engelhart in the back was promoted to lieutenant. Corporal Chris Peltak was promoted to sergeant, and Corporal Rich Tenner was promoted to sergeant. Congratulations to everybody. The Hillsborough Police Department is hosting the Township's 2nd annual National Night Out on August 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Mountain View Park. National Night Out is a national initiative with municipalities from the U.S. and Canada participating. It's free and open to all. Attendees will witness live displays by police and emergency services, including canine, motorcycle, and fire company demonstrations. Attendees can also participate in kickball with the cops and a dunk tank while taking home prizes and souvenirs. Vendors interested in participating in the National Night Out should contact Sergeant Giraldi at giraldic@hillsboroughpd.org. Once again, Hillsborough residents are reminded not to leave your pets and children in cars unattended. This is especially important during days with extreme heat like today. If you come across a pet or a person that is stuck in a hot car, please call the police immediately if you cannot find the owner. For the municipal court, the update is the judiciary has several online tools that allow court users to view municipal court cases conveniently and often manage to resolve them. A full list of these tools and how to access them will be made available on the Hillsborough Township website beginning tomorrow. For the veteran community, we recently held Hillsborough Township's second quarterly informational session for veterans. The focus was VA processes and mental health. I thank those who could attend for their support, and I'm glad that these sessions are proving helpful. This past session on June 15th, we had a great conversation with our very own Hillsborough resident, Marco Laguna. Marco works for DMAVA, which is the Department of Military and Veteran Affairs here at the state of New Jersey. The next two information sessions will be held on September 14th and December 14th. The December 14th session will be a fair setting with vendors sharing products and information of interest to veterans. So if you are a vendor that supports veterans, or if you're a veteran-owned vendor or know of one, please ask them to reach out to me to secure a table free of charge. Finally, the Hillsborough Township is hosting the annual Purple Heart ceremony on August 7th. That'll be right here at 10 a.m. on August 7th at our Garden of Honor, weather permitting. And that's everything, Mayor.
Very good. Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Thank you, Mayor. So from the building department, the construction department has openings for a plumbing inspector, an electrical inspector, and a multi-licensed fire and electrical inspector. These roles would perform field inspections for New Jersey UCC code compliance. So we have several openings in our building department. If your second note from the building department, if your air conditioning unit stops working and needs to be replaced in an emergency, as I'm sure it's been happening in these past couple of weeks, it's a requirement to notify the building department before starting the work. Once the department has received notification, the work can begin. The permit application that has to go with that work needs to be submitted by the licensed contractor within 72 hours of the initial notification. And this procedure applies to any like-for-like replacement of HVAC. So hopefully nobody's dealing with that problem, but there's a requirement for licensed contractors and permits associated with that. The Planning and Zoning Department. The Planning and Zoning Department adopted the Climate Change Hazard-Related Vulnerability Assessment in December, which was the first part of the master planning process. And since then, the master plan subcommittee has been meeting to further update the master plan, and with a focus has been on developing the vision and goals and updating various master plan elements mainly with in-house with township committee departments. But a vital component of the master plan update is participation and feedback from you, the public. And to gather input and include residents in the planning process, we are proud to announce Engage Hillsborough. Engage Hillsborough is a public participation platform through community engagement software developer Public Input. This has been used by numerous other towns for this specific purpose, as well as other purposes, but really the master plan drives it. It'll be a one-stop shopping for all master plan updates, upcoming events and meetings, initiatives, and opportunities for the public to provide input. An official launch will be coming soon. So, just stay tuned for that. It should be a pretty slick software. It does a lot of things. It transcribes, it interprets different languages, so it's pretty slick, and it encourages engagement. Public Works. Public Works will be repairing several drainage culverts located on Montgomery Road, Willow Road, and Long Hill Road in the upcoming weeks. Advance notice will be given to the public regarding any potential minor detours, and each project will last between 1 and 3 days. These FEMA-funded projects will help us maintain the structural integrity of the affected areas so that the drainage operates properly for stormwater. All right. Last Friday, I had the pleasure of attending the ribbon cutting for Starglow Salon, along with Mayor Lapani, Committeewoman Hand, and Committeeman Lapani. No, well, so it's confusion. It was Mayor Britting.
Yes.
Because Committeeman Lapani was not there to get his hair done. But Committeewoman Hand was. And along with the Business Development Commission to celebrate the grand opening of Starglow Salon's second location here in Hillsborough. Magna, the owner, has been serving our community for 25 years and operates 2 other successful salons in neighboring towns. She even closed her locations at the other locations so that her employees could join in the celebration. I heard a rumor she was going to be here. I don't know if she is. I don't see her. But 2 locations in Hillsborough is pretty good. They offer a wide range of beauty services for women, men, and children, including haircuts, coloring, waxing, facials, and makeup. Be sure to visit Starglow Salon at 630 Route 206, Building 3, Unit 115 in the Hillsborough Village Center to experience their exceptional services firsthand. And we extend our best wishes for continued success at the new location. And lastly, a message from the Fire District. Last week, I attended the Fire District Board of Directors meetings. Their meetings are Tuesday nights, the same as ours, so I don't often get a chance to stop in and see them. And one of the items that they discussed that we could help with is their need for volunteers. If you ever dreamed of being a firefighter but never thought you could, you're in luck. Right now, the local fire departments need your help. If you're 16 or older, please reach out to a local fire company at the following locations and times that are shown up on the board. We have Fire Company 1 in Flagtown, Fire Company 2 right on 206 by the bypass, and Fire Company 3 on Woods Road. Bill Woodruff is in charge of this, and his email's not up there, and oh, yes, it is, bwoodruff@htfd.us. So reach out to him, and he can arrange, he prefers to arrange people to come and visit. He says you get a better feel for what they're doing. You come to the fire department while they're open on the days listed. So take this step if you're interested and become a volunteer for the fire district. And that's all, Mayor.
Okay, thank you, everybody. All right, so I'll just make a few comments, and then we'll get down to the proclamations. But before I get to my specific comments, you know, our nation went through a significant event just a few days ago with the assassination attempt on a presidential candidate. And as a Township Committee, as a full 5 group of people on the Township Committee, we made a statement that I'm going to read out to you in case you didn't see it on social media, receive it on email, or whatever means you get it. So this is our Township Committee statement on the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Saturday, our nation was shaken by the news of an alarming event, the shooting of former President Donald Trump. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the innocent attendees who lost their lives and with those who were injured. It is a moment that calls for our unity and strength as a community. We acknowledge the remarkable bravery and dedication of our nation's first responders. Their swift and decisive actions were crucial in protecting lives and ensuring the safety of everyone present. We owe them a profound debt of gratitude for their courage and professionalism in such a dire situation. We concur with President Biden and other world leaders that violence and hatred have no place in our society. It is our responsibility to ensure that love and compassion prevail, and we are committed to upholding these values in our community. We urge all Hillsborough residents to maintain order and uphold the values that define us. Our true character is revealed in times of crisis. Let us show the world that we are a community built on respect, understanding, and peace, and that we stand together in the face of adversity. I thought you'd all appreciate hearing that we came together as a group to make sure that we made a formal statement from our perspective and aligned as a team to make sure that we made that statement, because nobody running for president should ever have to fear for their life. Okay, now going to transition into this next few items here on a much lighter level here. So at a high level, I wanted to show the group here too. This is something that I must check in with either every other month or every other meeting. And since we only have one meeting this month, I want to make sure the residents are oriented to what we focus on a regular basis. As a Township Committee, we're focused on fiscal responsibility, public safety, infrastructure, open space, and new business ratables. These are the 5 areas that we focus on a regular basis to ensure our township runs in a very well-oiled way. Very well. So I wanted to start off with that. But leave that on that slide, please. Last committee meeting, we voted on our budget for 2024, and since that meeting, I received numerous phone calls with residents confused and concerned with some of the comments that were made at the meeting, and I wanted to just let everybody know that I will be releasing a video tomorrow with regards to just a general education on what bonding is. Long-term, we have our CFO in the front here. Bonding is a way that our township is able to pay for larger scale projects without making significant implications on the taxpayer in the moment, and helps protect the town. And a little primer for that video, just to share a little bit what was accomplished from around the 2017-2018 timeframe to 2022, if you don't mind going to the next slide. Some of the bonding efforts from our township. We've preserved over 800 acres of land approximately, and we protected residents and taxpayer burdens from multiple items. It's very important that people understand that Hillsborough Township, like other towns in central New Jersey, were targets for massive, massive development, one of which was a $1 billion nuclear power plant in the around 2017, 2018 timeframe. Massive warehouse distribution centers in that same area, it's the Mindale property area. 2,000 high-density residential homes, right where my kids and all the boys here that are here for the baseball, where they play baseball. So if it wasn't for those purchases, we wouldn't have baseball fields with the county. There would be residential homes, and our schools would be completely inundated with even more children than what we have. And we have a couple high school students here who know how pretty crowded it is, right? 400 affordable housing units above the state mandate. So I see the reaction there, right, brother? So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people there. So we have to make sure we mitigate that. So bonding allowed us to do that. And in tomorrow's video that I hope you take the time to watch, it's longer than normal. It's about 10 minutes. It allows you to see a little bit of the historical context as to how we got to where we are, so we understand why the decisions were made, even before I was on the Township Committee. I think everybody has a right to know. So if you don't mind going to the next slide. Let's stick with the debate. We're going to talk about the baseball guys in a second. I won't belabor too much, but the only thing I will say is I know we got some really good basketball players here, some like awesome scorers, and you're going to hear about them in a moment. But these little guys scored 14 runs a game and won the district championship in his district. These little dudes are good. Like, these are good little guys. I mean, they were good, and they were crazy on the base paths. We'll talk about that, and the coaches will talk about that. So we can go to the next slide, but that's a little primer for those guys. So project graduation. So project graduation is something that probably you gentlemen, right? Some of you had to go through, right? So project graduation is a volunteer committee of parents and community partners who come together each year to create fun, safe, drug, and alcohol-free graduation night celebration for our seniors of the community of Hillsborough, so they not need to suffer a tragedy on one of the most important and dangerous nights of the year for our young people. What happens is they went to Iron Peak and they have a good time, they play sports, they hang out with their friends, but they're not out on the street drinking, doing anything they shouldn't be doing. So it gives them a place to go and have a good night, and I think that's wonderful. I believe all the township committee, we were all there, all 5 of us were there. We cannot hope to protect them every night of the year, but we can do our best to ensure that no Hillsborough High School graduating class is affected or remembered by a tragedy. And I have some of those from my previous years as well, too, so it's very sad when that happens. Amazing night. It was an amazing night. So 429 children attended, or young adults attended, which is just under 3/4 of the entire class, which is great. That's a good number. Here's a look at some of the fun stuff that they did. And when the gentlemen come up, if they want to talk about some of the fun things, there were sports there were rock climbing, everything you could do at Iron Peak. They had a really nice time. Project graduation would like to extend their thanks to the chaperones, the Iron Peak, oh, look at that, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I know. I used to have triceps. Chaperones, Iron Peak staff, Officer Chris, who stuck it out until 2 a.m. to make sure our students were safe and having fun. We do have the best darn police department on the planet. That's why we fully funded them this year, 1,000%. We do that every year, but this year we took extra effort and sit down with the chief to make sure they have what they need. And they were there, as always, protecting our children. So thank you for doing that. The businesses were there, neighbors, parents, partners who stepped up, donate, contribute, and support in this huge undertaking. There's a planning board, a planning group, an event committee for tirelessly striving to create an absolutely over-the-top night of celebration for our graduating class. If you ever want to get involved and help out the kids, Slide, which is the name of the group, has a QR code. You can scan it there, and contact info. We will share this information in the e-news on our website if you'd like to take another look at that and help out. I also had the opportunity to join one of the summer camps, which I think, I don't know. Yeah. So which summer camp was that? So that was the summer camp with regards to the township. I've been going to the middle school summer camp last week with the Board of Education. So this was a great group. It's a day camp. You guys know Joey. Joey Giuseppe, right? We know Joey real well. Joey was there, and all of his other buddies were there. And had a great opportunity to talk to the children. They asked me some great questions about being the mayor, but they also asked me what favorite color was, favorite kind of pizza. It was that kind of day. So it was a nice time. It's just another great thing that the township offers.
Those are important questions.
Those are, I know. And the answer, red, white, and blue is the answer to my favorite color. It's very simple. Very, very simple. So Hillsborough Township received a grant, a recreation grant. For local recreation improvement grant from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. This will improve the quality of life for 43,300 residents of Hillsborough Township by installing pickleball courts at Doherty Park, This doesn't show that example. I think that's a little bit different than my notes. It's okay. But this is the new Merdinger Park Pavilion. If you don't know where that is, there was the original police department in Hillsborough, not far from here, the YMCA. There's a really cool pavilion that you could use for free. They're putting up a new charcoal pit where you could do a family, some fun family time there as well. And I actually did a video last week there, took a ride around one of the ATVs with John Crossan, who runs our parks, to show you the about mile and a half worth of walking paths and where our track stars in Hillsborough Township do their training. So that's a great opportunity there. All right, so is this New Jersey Best, the next one, correct? Make sure we got the right one there. Yep, New Jersey Best. So Hillsborough Township, New Jersey Best has selected our township as a finalist for Destination of the Year. We're a top 5 finalist, which is pretty cool in the state. Duke Farms, the Sourlands Family Fun Day, the Rotary Fair, Flounder Brewery, and other holiday festivities are just a few of the reasons why Hillsborough Township made it into New Jersey's top 5 destinations of the year. I had the opportunity to partake in an interview with a few other members in our township administrator who's on vacation, and they were just very much impressed with Hillsborough Township and what we have and the opportunities we have for the long term. So it's just great to be recognized from a third party. All right, trail maps and township calendar. This is a fun one. So there's a brand new park map. So the team did a great job of building up park maps where you can get these little maps and see where you are in different parks. We have just about 20 parks now in Hillsborough Township. There's a ton of them. Really cool place to play. Boys, I'll get there. Don't worry. I can see I'm starting to lose the baseball team. I'm getting there for you. But it maintains these parks. So in addition to new trail maps located at the parks, you can also find maps on our website and a pocket guide. Let's see. Our township planner as well, too. We have our 2025 color printed calendar that will be mailed to every resident in Hillsborough, or residents. As always, the township calendar will feature photos taken by our residents. So if you take a great photo of the beautiful, beautiful grounds, please send it to us. Our challenge this year is to capture the unique attributes of our parks. So if you can go to a park and find something really neat to take a picture of, please do it. Please see the link in tomorrow's e-news for information on how to submit. And just 2 more items here, and then we're going to get down to these proclamations, gentlemen. And yes, all the little boys there. Yep. So last month, on June 16th, we didn't have the opportunity because of the meeting time frame, because we have 1 month the meeting. It was the month for the Muslim community. We just wanted to recognize that holiday. It's a very, very important holiday for that community. We just wanted to recognize that and just say happy holidays to them. I know it's a little bit late, but that's the only opportunity we had. We put it out on social media. We sent it out on email and all the other features as well, too. So staying connected, last thing. As always, you can stay connected with all the events and more via the Wednesday e-news and Thursday's Experience Hillsborough Bulletin. Be sure to follow and like the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. Tune into Hillsborough YouTube channel and sign up for Hillsborough Alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. I'm going to take a drink of some water, and I'm going to come down, and we're going to get some proclamations done. How about that? All right? So when these guys go up the bat, who is it? It's the shots. They always put up walking music for these guys. I don't get that. Like, these guys are way more popular than me. They get all their own music when they walk up. All right, cool. All right. Let me see, I'm not that tall. Here we go. All right. Let's do it. All right. Jaden Green. Everybody, round of applause for Jaden. Over here. There you go. Here you go, Jaden. Thank you. Here you go. All right. Let's get to you first. I'm sorry, bud. All right. This guy can shoot. All right, so we go watch the game. He can play. I know you beat him by 100 points. I know. Just chill. We'll get to you. All right, here we go. Jaden Green, a Hillsborough High School senior varsity boys basketball team member, has the honor of being named the first team All-Skyland Conference and the first team All-Division for basketball. Big round of applause. That's awesome. Now, 8U baseball team, listen to this. All right, the Hillsborough High School varsity boys basketball team was the 2022-23 division champion. All right, that's right. Yep. Jaden is the student council treasurer at Johns Hopkins, CTY scholar, and the Hillsborough High School varsity boys basketball team captain. He volunteers for the Somerset Special Olympics and Habitat for Humanity. You're a good man. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, further commend Jaden Green for being named to the first team for both All-Skyland Conference and All-Division, and we wish him all the luck and the best of luck in his future endeavors. Congratulations. You want to say something? Now he's going to learn how to public speak. Here we go. Go for it. Get in there.
No, I wasn't ready for all that, but thank you. As Just thank you. It's been fun. I love playing with these guys. Yeah, it's been fun the last few years, but yeah.
Man, a few words. But
That's it. That's it.
All right,
That's it.
let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. We'll get you guys all together at the end. All right, let's do it. Right. Naya. All right, Zion Harrison, here we go. Let's do it. God, I feel like a midget next to you guys. Here we go. All right. Zion Harrison. Sorry, that's inappropriate. I'm sorry, it's inappropriate. Zion Harrison, a Hillsborough High School senior, has the honor of being named to the first team All-Skyland Conference and Coaches Player of the Year 23 and 24. The Hillsborough High School varsity boys basketball team was the division champion. We just said that already. Big round of applause for that. Good job, man. First team. That's awesome. Zion has played on the Hillsborough High School boys varsity basketball team since his freshman year and was a Hillsborough High School boys varsity basketball team captain in 21 through 23 and then 23 and 24. He plays on the varsity football team as well. He's an active member and volunteers at the Tabernacle Baptist Church in New Brunswick. You're a good man. Good stuff. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, further commend Zion Harrison for being named to the first team All-Skyland Conference and Coaches Player of the Year 22 and 23 and 24, and wish him the best of luck in all of his future endeavors. Congratulations.
I just want to say thank you to the mayor, like everybody who really believed in the team. You know, I really have fun playing through the past years. It's a surreal experience, really, playing with the guys and, like, just not playing no more. So I'm just really proud of them and my team. So thank you.
Good stuff. Philip, you next, right? There we go. Got it. Now, who'd you have 100 points more than? You were bragging earlier. Who was it? Both of them. Okay, all right, got you. I thought he was the high scorer, and he's like, no, I beat him by 100. So I'm like, okay, gotcha. So Philip Eubanks, the Hillsborough High School senior and varsity boys basketball team member, has the honor of being named to the first team All-Skyland Conference and the second team All-Area for basketball. That was good. What are they going to do without you guys? The Hillsborough High School boys varsity basketball team, again, was the 2022 and 23 division champions. Philip led the team in points, rebounds, and blocks. He has volunteered at the St. Stanislaus Costa Church. Costa Church? Did I say that correctly? All right, good stuff. Probably. You didn't even know. Incredible. You didn't even know. High school guys are great. I love the, I don't know. There we go. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, further commend Philip Eubanks for being named to the first team All-Skyland Conference and the second team All-Area, and we wish him all the luck in his future endeavors. Congratulations.
I didn't come here prepared to say much, but I just want to say thank you to my mom for allowing me to make all these accomplishments that the mayor just listed, and thanks everybody for coming out.
And then you guys want to come and do a picture together as a crew? Yep. This one. Yeah, I know. You have any telephone books? Yeah. No, are you kidding me? Not in the middle. Are you kidding me? They can hold me across them. No, absolutely not. Are you sure? All right. Okay. Now we have a lot of 8-year-olds here. I don't know for what, though. And a 7-year-old now, right? All right, so how about the Hillsborough 8U District 10 champion baseball team comes on up. Come on, come on. Hold on, I brought my jersey. third base coach, so I got to put my jersey on with everybody. See if I can get it on over my shirt. Let's get it look funny on the newspaper.
You guys would spread out this way, yes?
All right, I'm going to read this out for you guys. All right, let's see. Malloy, so I'm going to hold, yeah, you can stand next to me. Where's Braden Malloy? I've been coaching Braden Malloy since he was 2.5. So I'm going to ask him to hold this. But get back with your buddies. All right, you're going to hold it, all right? You get the special, you got the special thing, here we go. All right. So I'll stand over here so you can see all these little guys and the coaches. I'll have them name off everybody in a moment. So the 2024 Hillsborough Baseball League 8U travel team had a very successful season and won the 2024 District 10 championship against Bridgewater. So we whooped Bridgewater. That's right. I hope they hear me, Bridgewater. We beat you. Now, the 8U travel team had 79 runs in 6 games and has a current, right at this time, it's the current record of 15 wins and 7 losses. Now, more importantly, they scored 14 runs a game in the districts. 14 runs a game. And look at that, look at that. Wow, look at that, hold that. Look at that. Pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do, gentlemen, what I'm gonna do, hey boys, that they use that word all the time. So, all right, I'm going to give you guys the mic, and you're going to say your first name, okay? So moms and dads can get you on tape saying it right. So, say your name. Go ahead.
Dominic Franzoso.
Yeah, first and last name. Go ahead.
Braden Chimp.
Meant to say shrimp.
Robbie Britting. Gabriel Killown. Brandon Campbell. Jeremy Owens. Samuel Weitzel. Brecken Reyes. Braden Malloy. Braxton Crow. Arjun Patel. Chase Mraz.
Give it to the coach.
Meet Patel.
Nick Franzoso.
Matt Campbell.
Brett Malloy. John Shimp.
Bob Britting, third base coach. All right. All right, so now let me finish the proclamation, and then we'll hand it over to the coaches, and we also are lucky to have one of the sons on the team as the president of the league as well, too, to say something about HBO. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby commend the 2024 Hillsborough Baseball League 8U travel team, coaches, and parents, especially the parents. You guys are everywhere all the time. Thank you for being such a great support to these guys. Not only for the successful season, but their hard work, dedication, commitment to the sport and to those principles of good sportsmanship, teamwork, and academic achievement, which the organization endorses. Congratulations, boys, for being the champions and beating Bridgewater. Good job. So, I'm going to hand the mic over first to Matt Campbell, who's our head coach, if you'd like to say something about the boys and the team.
Yeah, I just want to keep it really quick. We have a lot of post-game speeches. We've played a lot of games recently, so we've had a lot of talk. But could not be more proud of this group of kids. They're together a lot. They're best friends on and off the field. We do a lot as coaches to try and teach them life skills outside of the field, which matters more. And a lot of what they learn on the field is just building them up to be great young boys that are going to turn into great young men, great ambassadors of our town. The Bridgewater coach dropped that off at my house today because he knew we were having this tonight. Coaches that don't respect the other players don't do something like that. These kids really present themselves well on the field and are respected by their peers and other coaches. So great job to the parents, as Mayor said. They're raising really fine young men here. So good job today, guys.
Sure.
So I've been president of HPNL for about 4 years, been in the program for almost 8. I have 3 kids that have come up through the program, and I have to say by far this is the best team I've ever seen. So they deserve every acclamation that they get. These coaches, we work so well together. They play hard. These kids come to fight every time we're in a game, no matter what the score is. We're super proud, and it's very proud for us to have Hillsborough represented tonight. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, boys, let's tighten up and take a picture, okay? Let's do it. Yep. All right. That's okay. Now, would any of the siblings like to come in the picture real quick? Come on up. Come on. Yeah, get an official picture first, and all the siblings come on in, because You guys are at every single game. All right, guys. All right. Nice big smile. All right, siblings, come on in.
Daddy, get away from me.
Individual, that's the team.
Go, Dad.
All right, Christian, come on in. No, leave him there. He's okay. Christian, kneel. Okay, right there. You're good. You're good. Go right in front. No, go in the front so they can see you. Because you're too short. So, hey, babe. There you go. All right, siblings.
Everybody make a funny face.
Funny face now. All right.
Funny face. 1, 2, 3, funny face.
All right. All right, we're good. All right. Guys, thank you for being here tonight. Congratulations, champions. Oh, Matt, this is for each of the kids. Okay. Give that to Coach Matt, and then each of the kids do the same thing. Thank you guys for having us. All right, so this concludes our proclamations. We're going to take a few-minute break. When we return, we'll have a short presentation from the Hillsborough Health Collaborative. Congratulations to everybody that had a proclamation tonight, and thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to take just a few-minute pause.
Sarah, it's close. Sometimes we get mixed up. Nancy, are you ready?
Okay, so now that we're back from our break, we have a quick presentation. Hillsborough Health Collaborative, the Health Action Plan. May I ask?
Robin?
Yes, there we go. Hello.
Hi, thank you. Hi, my name is Robin Vlamis. I work at the Health Department with Siobhan Spano, and I'm here today to present our Health Action Plan. This is a plan that we've developed to help promote and protect the health and well-being of Hillsborough residents. So this initiative is led by the Hillsborough Health Collaborative, a group which many of you are familiar with. This is a group of about 50 local stakeholders working together to identify key issues related to health and wellness in Hillsborough. We have representatives from township departments, local organizations, businesses, college students, seniors, etc., as well as Committeeman Lapani and Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli, also appreciative of having their participation in the group. So our first big project was to conduct a local health assessment, and this was done to better understand what the main health issues and concerns are in Hillsborough. So the focus was not just on health outcomes, like how many people have cancer or diabetes, but also the community conditions that affect our health, like the environment, access to healthy food, economic opportunities, as well as identifying the priority populations most affected. So to do this, we looked at published statistics, some of the sources you can see there, conducted a robust community health survey, and also conducted interviews and focus groups with a wide variety of community leaders, organizations, and population groups. We're proud of the fact that so many people were involved in this effort, and we feel confident that it's representative of the community. So we share the results of the local health assessment widely, including with this group. This is a very, very high-level overview of the results. If anyone wants to see the full report, it is available on the Sustainable Hillsborough website at any time. So the collaborative worked together to narrow down the top 5 areas to focus on. We knew we couldn't do everything, so we wanted to prioritize the main health issues. So you'll see these top 5 listed here. These were narrowed down based on the significance, the potential impact, existence of partnerships, and feasibility. So in order to develop our action plan, the collaborative did a lot of work to better understand first, what are we doing in all these areas already throughout the township, what partners exist, and then researched what potential ideas we could implement, looking at evidence-based solutions for programs, practices, policies that have been implemented elsewhere. Some of these are sustainable Jersey actions, and we came up with a giant list and then kind of narrowed down a series of short and long-term strategies that we want to implement in each of the 5 areas. So sorry for the wordiness of this slide, but it does give a good overview. On the left-hand side, these are all the current strategies and initiatives that we're doing to impact mental health and substance use. And on the right-hand side, these are things that we want to do in the future, both short-term and long-term. So for mental health, promoting our existing mental health resources, and long-term, adopting a stricter tobacco and vaping ordinance. If you want to see the full action plan, this is also on the Sustainable Hillsborough website. Some of these strategies cross areas, so for example, you'll also see the ordinance, tobacco ordinance under chronic disease. Next slide. So for chronic disease, we're focusing on a series of sustainable Jersey actions, some of which we've already started, as well as some other strategies and initiatives like programs to promote physical activity and expand mobile outreach. For access to healthy food, we are already well underway with the community garden, and then long-term plan to work with childcare and preschool settings on their nutrition and physical activity standards and practices. Under community engagement, we are currently doing a lot, as you can see, but we'll look to expand that through a series of and sustainable Jersey actions that look at the demographic profile of the town, identifies populations who are socially vulnerable or have special communication needs, as well as to encourage participation from more residents on our boards, commissions, and community groups. We also plan to expand the welcome letter that new homeowners currently receive to renters, to let them know about the programs, resources, and services that are available to them. For communication about resources, I'd like to highlight the communication resource guide distribution plan. This guide's already been developed, but we just want to get it out there. We have it in English and Spanish, so we plan to put it throughout the township offices, faith-based buildings, apartment complexes, schools, doctor's offices, etc. So lastly, this slide just gives an overview of the process. It's almost been a 2-year process to complete all of this, starting with the establishment of the collaborative, to the local health needs assessment, to the development of the action plan. We shared the results of the action plan publicly to get feedback from people. After incorporating their feedback, we presented at the Board of Health last month and got their approval and sign off. So the next step is to ask all of you to consider a resolution to adopt the implementation of the health action plan. If that happens, we will submit for Health Gold certification through Sustainable Jersey, something only a handful of other towns in New Jersey have been able to do. And then the award ceremony for that is in November at the National League of Municipalities Conference. And that's it. But I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Robin, I have a question for you.
Yes.
This is the second year that you did this assessment, right?
We have done other assessments through grants that are kind of mini assessments. This one was a much more robust, comprehensive assessment, and it took about 1.5 years to really fully complete it. So you may have seen earlier results, but it's been about a 1.5 year process.
And through that time, did you reach more than the 1% of Hillsborough, or is there any plan to expand this and actually get like a target market? Or?
So we were told by Sustainable Jersey for a population our size, we needed to get at least 100 surveys back, and we received 467. So we felt like that was a pretty representative sample, and based on other towns that have done this action, we far exceeded their expectations.
Interesting. Were they mailed to the homes?
We didn't have the budget for mailing to homes, but
Okay.
we have about 50 different places that we either posted it online, put it in the mayor's newsletter, announced it at the senior clubs, sent it out through all of our mailing lists with the apartment complexes, had it at the Green Living Fair, put it on social media, posted it on We Know What's Happening Facebook groups, had different groups send it out through their mailing lists. So we really made a very robust effort. It's hard to get people to answer a survey, especially one that's long like this.
Yeah.
It took like 10 to 15 minutes to complete.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, if I might, Robin, thanks. Yeah, I know this has been, we've seen this come up here a couple of times, so we have some significant progress. But I think there's some other, let's say, synergies or coincidence or happenstances that the Sustainable Hillsborough, let's say, office has transitioned over to the planning department. And with that, the planning department is, some of the things I remembered reading through here, there are elements that we can pull out specifically to the master plan. So, areas that are most affected, what can we do in those areas in the master plan for either transportation or whatever. So there's not everything up there fits into the master plan, but there are key pieces, I think, that we can glean from this into the master plan. And so, and when Engage Hillsborough comes out, we'll see how that dovetails in as well.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Any other questions? Anybody else?
Thank you, Robin, and the whole staff for putting this together over the last few years. It's a big undertaking. Obviously, the like I said, to do the surveys, a lot of people, they start and they probably didn't finish. I don't know how many people did that, but it's a long survey and it requires some pretty decent thought. So the fact that you got 400 is great, but really it's hard to understand the macro kind of thing that this prevents, right? We're all used to immediate actions, right? And this is more of, again, long-term planning, looking at areas of need and addressing the future, which is always the first step is the hardest, and then you just build from that. And I think you guys did a great job of setting the tone for the future. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing this. Appreciate it. Okay, going into the consent agenda. We have, for this consent agenda, we have 45 items. I apologize, I'm actually getting texts from the governor's office checking in to make sure that we're okay due to the tornadoes and all that. So that's why I was looking with the chief to see if there's anything that we need to report back, which we're okay. All right, great. Okay, so items number 1 through 45. May I ask for a motion to take item number 17 separately?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. So now we'll go to all items except for number 17?
No, it's just under.
All items except for number 17, correct?
Yep,
Yes.
Only because Anthony's not here. I know
Sure.
he normally reads
yes.
and acknowledges the
Yeah, we'll go,
fabulous hiring.
yeah, we're going to go, yeah, but yeah, we could definitely 100% go through all that. Yeah, that was there's a lot here. Excuse me, 1 second. You're right, committee one. No, you're right. There's a lot here. Believe me, I want to make sure that we have.
Do you want the numbers?
Yeah, so we have the numbers here. So we have numbers, number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So number 3, first we have Gianni Bianco for the new police records clerk in the police department. We have Frank Sippos, the building inspector of the construction department. We have Michael Corcoran, a seasoned public works worker. Samantha Ring, assistant manager in a tax assessor's office. And Marcella McLaughlin is the municipal housing liaison. We have some new hires and some promotions and some really good things happening here. And we just, I think that's what shows, Mr. Ferrer always talks about how Hillsborough Township is a place people like to come to work. And we have our HR director as well here, if she'd like to say anything about these new hires. But I just want to welcome you all here. You're in good hands here. You have great directors that run each of our departments. We have 43,000 people that count on us for the best customer service. And we work very, very hard for them. So we just want to thank you for being here, and we really do appreciate you joining the town. So would anybody else like to make any comments about these people? Except for,
Congratulations.
I know Committee on the Pond is going to say.
No, I
thought you were gonna tell me
I
here
just
first thing
wanted
tomorrow
to welcome the new hires plus those who are promoted to new jobs. I'd like to acknowledge there's a couple that have moved up, starting with Samantha Ball, moving up from our sustainable into our planning department. I've got to know her for the last year I was mayor. She was side by side with me for a lot, doing all the filming for Restaurant Week. She was always there supporting. She's a great individual, very caring. And I couldn't be more happy for you to get to move up into the job that you have now. Congratulations.
I would like to throw out that we have not met our quotas of Samantha's. We do have 3 working for the township now. We are
It's a lot.
looking for a 4th, so if you're Samantha out there qualified for one of the positions in the building department or otherwise, please apply to the township.
Okay. So we are on all consent agenda items except for number 17. And I am going to get to that after I get through the 7 pages.
I'd like to nominate that we add Sam as a man name as well as a female name and not cap it at just Samantha
Absolutely.
and be more inclusive, okay?
Absolutely. Samantha, any version.
They just want to beat the Debs. It's a
Harriet.
competition now.
You're gonna make.
That goes to the top of the
for
list, please. Sam
page
hirings.
13. You're gonna skip to
Yep,
13.
gotcha.
Yep.
All right, now, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items? We did that 1 through 16 and 20 through 45, so we did it first and a second.
No,
Comment-
we didn't do that.
No, we didn't do that. I thought we just did that. That's what we're
No,
doing.
we
Number
didn't.
17.
Gotcha.
they said it.
May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 1 through 16 and then 20 through 45? Excuse me, all
yeah.
consent agenda items except for number 17. This is
Yeah,
wrong.
let's just
Yep,
say
all
that.
consent agenda items except for number
Make it-
17.
make it easy.
Keep it
All
simple.
but 17.
Yes. May I have a motion for that?
Motion to approve.
A second, please.
Second.
Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor?
I got a couple, Mayor, real
Gotcha.
quick.
Go for it.
just in particular, I have consent agenda on this thing is number 28. This was part of our doing our road projects, authorizing the beginning of this, that we'll be doing for the next few years. We were actually able to, without giving away the house, we were able to get these roads done below what our estimate was, because we were able to group these roads together in bulk. So that just gives us a bonus of now doing more roads for less money, which this bonding has afforded that ability to do. Plus, for those who've been up here at the dais in the last few years saying about we want pickleball, well, we got pickleball coming. So in 36, we've got a grant coming and a project coming to convert a little used area of the park at Doherty into a full functioning pickleball court for those who like to play. I don't play. There's a net in the way. But
It's a great game. It's fun.
I ain't got time for that. Well, I'm very happy to deliver that to the residents of Hillsborough. That's all I got.
Any other comments from the dais? Anybody? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Mayor Birding.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve consent agenda item number 17?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Comments from the dais?
I'm curious, why did we do 17 separately? I'm confused.
You'll know in a second.
Yeah, Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli. Yeah.
All right.
Comments from the floor?
We got time some days first. Oh, all right.
Roll call, please.
What?
Okay,
There's a
Josh,
comments.
you-
I need the comments from the dais
She
first.
wants you.
I'm going to abstain.
You're going to abstain. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's as simple as that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so comments from the floor. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Abstain.
Mayor Birding.
Yes. All right, public hearings. 2024-12, an ordinance appropriating certain monies held by the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey for the purchase of various capital improvements in the amount of $1,631,221 and for the Township of Hillsborough. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2024-12?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there any discussion from the dais?
We voting this, we're not just opening, we are voting on this one tonight?
Correct.
All right. So my only comments are that while I am not in favor of the overall budget and the tax increase and the fact we're over 15%, I am glad to see that we are investing in parks, in sidewalks, in police vehicles, and improvements. And I'm hoping, along with pickleball courts and the other things, that these things happen this year so that folks can actually see and feel the improvements this year. So I think that would be a goal of this team, is to make sure that that happens.
Any other discussion from the dais?
I'll just ease the committeewoman's angst, I guess, best word. This ability to get this done now and go out to bid this is the first step, and I don't believe anything is going to prohibit us from getting this stuff done other than the ability of the contractor to complete the project. Obviously, notwithstanding the fact that supplies sometimes interrupt that, but I think the ones that you're proving to or alluding to are things that should and we expect to be done this year.
Any other comments from the dais? No? Okay. Comments from the floor? All right. May I have a motion to close the public hearing and adopt ordinance 2024-12?
Motion to close.
A second?
Second.
Comments from the dais? Nope, yes?
We're done?
This is it. All right, comments from the floor? None? Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Before I vote, I want to make a comment. I'm second to last to vote, but Committeewoman Hand voted yes. And I think it's a little hypocritical on her part, because as part of this approval, the committeewoman and us will approve down payment on a $9 million bond as authorized debt, and by default, approve what she felt at the last meeting was a negative influence of debt on the budget, a budget that was she rejected, said no. So I think it's being a little bit inconsistent with this prior budget vote, but from last month, but is consistent with a yes vote on the paving bond that was voted on prior to that. And speaking of the $9 million paving bond, this approval, your yes vote, puts you in the same group with the rest of us up here on the dais as the alleged prior administration that is responsible for rising debt, where Mayor Lapani, or I'm sorry, the mayor, Committeeman Lapani, and I were specifically called out in an opinion piece placed by the chairperson of your political party. As Committeeman Lapani pointed out last month, this entire episode was grandstanding and was immediately seized upon for political purposes and embellished upon for political purposes. And since my name was invoked as a result of your feelings about the budget and debt, I'll again point out that the fact that all of the debt, but for $9 million, the $9 million bond paving that was raised, was on the books prior to my election and prior to the mayor's joining the township committee. But apparently overlooked that and chose to ignore those details during the times that we reviewed the budget with you. And so based on your apparent approval of this capital ordinance, including the bond, you're equally associated with the false allegations that we exacerbated the debt as much as anybody up here on the dais. The budget and township finances are well thought out, well planned, and well under control. And your decision to approve the capital ordinance, I think, demonstrates that maybe you actually agree with our budget in hindsight. And with that, I vote yes.
Mayor Britting.
Yes, and as I close that out, this budget for $6.83 more per month for a house that's assessed at $547,000 allows us to fully fund police department. The state of New Jersey is in a very interesting place right now, and we need to make sure that we live in a safe town. It allows us to fully fund our DPW. It allows us to put money towards the beginning of the $4.5 million worth of roads that we're going to do this year, and it affords us significant opportunities for the long term. This capital budget is one component of it. This is something that our families need, and people need to recognize something too. During post-COVID, COVID was a difficult time for every town, and this township was the only township that pretty much stayed open in the area when others were shutting down. And the way that we were able to keep things flat, we're really trying to help taxpayers at the moment. But right now, we recognize with costs higher and with the issues with safety, and we see that nationally too. Safety is huge and incredibly important. And I think that fully funding departments that keep us safe and give us a better town is the way to go. And for a very small number, it puts us in a great position longer term, so we don't have to look backwards and do something different in the future. So I'm very happy to vote yes. All right. Introduction of new ordinances, 2024-13. An ordinance appropriating certain monies held by the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey for the purchase of municipal building thermostats in the amount of $185,000 and for the Township of Hillsborough. Further, consideration and a public hearing will be held on August 13th, 2024. For those in the audience know, this is just introducing it. It's our responsibility. And the next meeting that we'll have a public hearing if you have any questions on that, just so you know. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 2024-13?
So moved.
I have a second, please.
Second.
All right. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Mayor Britting.
Yes, claims list. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2024-10?
Motion to approve.
Second, please.
Second.
Comments from the dais? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Abstain.
Mayor Britting.
Yes. New business, I don't see any here, so public comments for matters not on the agenda. So this is for the public. If you have to make a comment, this is the time. Ms. Brake, please read the statement regarding public comment.
The Township Committee welcomes input from the public. Please state your name and address, and please spell your name for the record. You will be given 1 3-minute allotment for your comments. Please understand that this public forum is not structured as a question and answer session. Comments are to be addressed to the mayor. Again, please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Any public comments? I'm not seeing any public comments.
All right.
It's raining a lot.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
I hear the rain.
May I have a motion to
Adjourn.
adjourn?
So moved.
A second. There we go. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Hand?
Yeah, so question before. So, given the comments prior, do I have an opportunity to reply?
I'm gonna
Or
defer to-
because he moved on to the next item?
You have a right to,
I-
yes, you have a right to reply, of course.
Well, you made the original comments in your vote based on the comment, he responded. So your comments during the vote that despite the, I think you said tax increase and other things, so you brought the comment up, so he was just answering your comment. So
Of
that,
course.
right?
I know you had multiple comments to me last time,
Yeah.
so I'm just asking, do I have an opportunity?
You,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I do, appreciate the observations. I think that coming into this, it was really helpful, being a resident in this town for so long, to then come in and start to understand that even over the past 10 years, we've had about a 2% increase every year. And then all of a sudden in 2023, it was almost 7%, and now this year over 15. If I'm looking at the trajectory, that is alarming. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next year. I'm not on the budget committee, and I don't, what is that going to be? So I think everyone should be very happy to ask questions. We should poke and prod and do the best thing for the town and not the best thing to get elected year after year. That's my comment.
So I'll just respond because I know Deputy Mayor probably can, so I'm just move. But you also need to make sure you give everybody the truth and the reality of the situation versus making statements like that. 15% of 13.56% of all the taxes they pay. That's an important number that you should tell people. This doesn't mean that their tax, if they pay 10 grand a year, it's not going up $1,500. That's the perception you're giving people, 100%. Because you're not qualifying for what it is. That's number one. Number two, I was trying to be very, very nice and thoughtful about it, and when I just said about the kept it very flat, and Committeeman Lapani as mayor can attest to this. I had a chance to watch that prior to being on the Township Committee. Did a nice job of keeping things flat after COVID, because this world went through hell and back during COVID, right? People have struggled, right? So right now we have to pay for certain things, and the costs have gone up dramatically. Every single person in this room pays more money than they've ever had to pay over the past 20 years. It's off the charts. So we have to cover those costs because we only get 13.56% of what everybody pays in taxes. The school board gets 65%, the county gets 14%, but they get 14% from all the different towns. So from our perspective, it's important to qualify the reality of that. So I would throw back at you from an election standpoint, I can already see it online, the 15%, that's gonna be a fun thing that you guys are gonna talk about until November. It's not true, because the truth of it is it's 15% of 13.56% of what people pay. That's the truth. That's the truth. For this year, to cover the cost, to make sure that we fully fund our police department and another number of other items that we need to make sure our town can move forward with. So I think you're being a little disingenuous there, and I think honesty is very important here. So just be brutally honest with everybody versus making basic statements. That's not qualifying the reality of it.
So, Committeewoman Hand, I have a question for you. So we did go back and forth with this last meeting. And maybe there was an unfair disadvantage for you at that point, because I came through with a resolution for this team. The Finance Committee came through with a resolution for this team and for the township to move forward. So maybe it's unfair that you weren't given the opportunity to state your resolution last meeting. So slowly raising taxes over time, was part of that resolution. What would be your resolution, and how would you move the town forward to get us out of this incredible hole that we're in. I know it's not a hole. I'm asking, using her words.
I was focused on trying to understand why, what had happened and why
But how
the
do we move
bubble seemed to
forward?
be bursting.
What's
Not-
the resolution?
So tonight is probably not the night to go through that. We're not going to line item, but I want it to be a thoughtful approach. And I think that there needs to be transparency to where decisions are made for a long term. Like, what is the, 3, 5, 10-year plan for the town?
Yeah.
And that things aren't made on a year-by-year decision with 5 people, 1 to 2 of whom are up for reelection every year. So, again, we all live here. We want good sidewalks. We want police. We want, beautiful parks. We need the municipal building doors to operate efficiently. Like, we all want and need these things.
Well,
So,
I'll just
again,
respond.
I think we've
Two
digressed. but-
things. You had an opportunity, you've met with our CFO, you've had 3 weeks to look at the budget and offer any comments, you offered none. But that being said, our budget, 99% of it is based on things we can't control. This little exercise we did here with the capital ordinance is the only thing that we have discretionary spending on. That's it. The rest of it is keeping the lights on, paying our police, paying our pensions, paying our insurance, which went up, paying our costs, which went up, as the mayor said. So the economy created this situation as much or more than anything that we did as a group now or in the past. And you have to recognize that. To say that it's not, you're not recognizing what people are feeling at home when they go to the supermarket, when they go to the gas station, when they go to buy clothes for their children, etc. The pinch is out there. We are just like everybody else. What we did do is that we looked at the budget, fiscally responsibly, took what we had, what we needed to pay, and what we needed to do, and what we needed to do in the long term, which was A, get our roads done. B, keep our police department funded. Get some parks done for people to appreciate the fact that they need to be outside. Since COVID, in our health and wellness, promoting people to get out and stay healthy for mental and wellness, so improving our parks. So we are looking at that. But the bottom line is the costs were generated a lot of the ways that we had no control over. Now, what's going to happen next year? When the budgets come in and we see what our costs are that are out there, every year is a different year, okay? Just like last year was a different year than this year. But to say that we are doing this to get reelected, if I really wanted to do this to get reelected, I would have said, screw it, made it flat or made it drop down to make everybody happy, but would put us in a financially difficult situation. None of us chose to do that.
100%.
Chose to do what's right for the township, and that's what I said the day I took this job. I'm here for all 42,000 people, not 20,000, not 5,000, not 10,000. I have to do what's right for the township, and I think that's what we all did here, and that's what Commitment Hand proposed to us. Payne, I'm sorry. And Payne Hand, sorry. But it's not a Sam. It would have been much easier for not to do it. But it took real fortitude and guts and commitment to this community to do what we did. And we welcome any input you have at any time. And I reach out to you and continue to reach out to you if you have any questions to come to us or to our CFO or to Anthony with what your thoughts are. Because we are a group. We all have friends in this town who are both have different letters in front of their names that we see at parties, that see at birthdays, that are customers of mine, that play baseball with him. So to say that we're here just for a soft sector group is not correct, is disingenuous, and I will welcome any conversation you offer.
I likewise do take exception with the inference that it was done for political reasons. I didn't spend 3 months, 4 months, 5 months working on the budget for political purposes to get elected. First of all, I'm not up for election. But, when S&P rates us and has comments like the township's financial results have been consistently balanced, when we operate at a surplus, not a deficit, a surplus, meaning last year we had a surplus of operations of 3.5 million, which is reflected in the conversation we had with Roy Fryman. So, you know, we're operating at a surplus, not a deficit. And, you know, we did make some tough choices. We also are losing, we lost, what, 750,000 in revenue because nobody's building. So we had to take a hit on the revenue side as well. So we had to deal with a lot of things. And, you know, to not have faith in the finance committee, I find a little disappointing as well. I mean, we had the CFO involved. We have our new CFO. Anthony's been doing budgets for years, for longer than any of us up here. Sean, myself, it's my second year on a municipal budget. So, and, you know, we put faith in all the departments when they bring their estimates in, their operating budgets, their salaries, that all get rolled into the budget. We put our faith in them. We do ask questions when they come in. We look for opportunities to save. We understand if somebody's leaving and we're replacing with a lower hire, we're gonna catch up on that. We're gonna save money. There's a lot of factors that go into the budget. And again, a little disappointed that you didn't have the faith in those of us up here to develop the budget that was acceptable to everybody. So, or that could be unanimously approved. Not for political purposes, but you know, we don't want to raise taxes, but we had to. And knowing what could be coming next year, we've got a lot of balls in the air, a lot of potential deals, and you know, upon the advisement of our CFO, this is what what we did, and we're hoping that next year we're flat. That's what we're hoping. So that's what our goal's going to be. But we've also got to manage the business of government. And so that's what we intend to do for the rest of the year to this budget.
And I also would just want to add that I do agree that this is a good conversation for the dais, for the public, because also to know that when I came up with a budgetary change to this finance committee, it was not looked on favorably initially until it was thought through and explained out. And that is the benefit of working with the team behind the scenes to iron out all those fine lines and make those things work. I was not for the budget initially. We had a long talk about it and brought all of those things to light. That is what this is about. This is a team. There isn't a party, there isn't a thought that isn't congruent with each other, because our focus has to be Hillsborough. My focus from a financial background specifically was next year. We're halfway through this year. The budget's moot, honestly, right? To your point, I don't know that everything can be built this year. I don't know that everything that we have planned could be touched on this year, but everything will be felt and seen and tangible to our township, and that's important to all of us. Secondly, 2025, by fixing the half of 2024 that we can, we've set 2025 up for success. That was the resolution that I brought forward. That was the resolution that would not have been agreeable if we didn't talk it through with the finance committee. They have the expertise of this, obviously, Alicia too, I'm sorry. So there is that discussion that has to take place to the minutia level that it did take place. And there was not happiness. This was not like, oh, yay, Catherine wants to change everything we just worked 5 months for. But we got through it in a way that made sense and in a way that was decipherable line by line. And that's what made the difference. Again, mostly not for 2024, because 2024 is half over. It's the 2025 and beyond that we're already looking at as a foursome that we hoped you would have been more on board with also.
And for the public should be aware that the five of us are not able to talk. We have to talk in groups groups of twos. I would love to be able to bid more proactively and sooner. Like, we should be talking, and Alicia has known, I've asked, you know, what is the 5, what is the 10-year plan? Like, we have to at least have a ballpark of what next year will be. We have to anticipate.
We do now.
Risk mitigation, like, you know, what do we think will go wrong? So I appreciate the discussion tonight, so thank you very much.
Sure.
I think we're on motion to close.
We already, I think we have a motion. and a
We had
second.
it.
We're on a vote.
I'm ready for the roll call.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Hand.
Yes.
Committeeman Lapani.
Yes.
Committeewoman Payne.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ciccarelli.
Yes.
Mayor Britting.
Yes. All right.
Thank you all.
It is done this evening at 9:06 PM.
Still not bad, 9:06. We started at 6:30, though.